In January 2008, Ecademy subject matter experts Thomas and Penny Power had their knowledge productized for global release. The video you're about to watch is the result of that process. To find out how to create your own line of knowledge products for global monetization, or to view videos from other knowledge experts, visit www.productizeyourself.com.
Okay, so the next section we're moving on to is Marketplace, and you remember we were looking at blogging, and so we've got blogging, and this, if you like, is vlogging. But it's not just about selling things, it is also about finding suppliers. So if you have a little look down, I'll just scan down some of the things that are there. You can see the kind of things that people are promoting. A web designer in the Stockton Business Directory, unlimited broadband, update your website, only 15 hours left to bid. What have we got? North Finchley computer support, business coaching, team leadership, SEO, search engine optimization, listings, garden services. Goodness me, I didn't realize we had garden services. Carpet cleaners. Goodness me. Dental holidays and spa and wellness holidays in Hungary within 2 hours. Anyone who can get to Hungary in 2 hours must be able to drive incredibly quickly. Now, if you look over here on this left-hand side, the Marketplace section, you can see this is where you post a listing, where you watch what's already there. Post is when you want to actually get a listing up, get an advertisement up, search for a supplier. So if I were to click on post a listing, I'd give a title to that particular listing, and I'd add the text. Perhaps add a website link if I wanted to take people off to my own website, and then location, postcode, country, and whether it's offered or wanted. And then come the tags and an image. Now the significance of the tags are these are the words that people will be typing into Google to find that particular advertisement. Remember, there are 300,000 visitors to this site every month. They're not all members of Ecademy yet. They're just people who are looking and searching and then finding your particular advert. So they're outside of the network, but they can still find your advert, find your profile, and if they want to send you a message, it depends on how open your particular profile is. So you need to think about these words in the sense of the search. Now I call this publishing into the search. Now when people write advertisements, they tend to write advertisements as if they're the seller. I want to encourage you to write advertisements as if you were the buyer. Because when you go to a search engine, you search to find something. You search to buy, you search to consume, you search to read. So you need to consider as the seller advertising something that you're that person, the buyer. So you publish as they would search. So to give a little bit of a hint there, if we go back to Google, and if I were to say to you, how would you search for houses in Berkshire? Anybody give me an idea of how they'd search for houses in Berkshire? You're looking for a 4-bedroom house. You want it to be detached. You want it to be in Berkshire. What would you type into Google to find such a location?
Houses Berkshire.
Okay, so you type in houses Berkshire. You'd click on search, and you get houses for sale in Berkshire. So you know the way the system is working. It's taking you off to prime location, which is a big property website, and you're finding a place where you can get those houses. But notice what people are searching for. Houses Berkshire.
We use it quite a lot. If you, for example, you probably find Ecademy ones, but if you put in Reading tradesman, for example.
Okay, let's try
like
Reading.
One of our marketplaces.
Reading tradesman.
We're on the top there. That's our business at the top, City Local.
Okay.
But basically, the way we got there, just feedback for everyone here, is we were nowhere found on Google, and then as soon as we started posting links to our site off the Ecademy Marketplace, we were at the top of Google within 3 weeks, and that's what we're doing for all of our business categories, and we're getting like Reading electricians and plumbers, at the top of Google within 3 weeks just through using the marketplace listings and hyperlinking
And
to our
by
site.
using those keywords that you mentioned.
Okay.
You know, by
So-
making sure that we're putting in the right keywords and the phrases that people would normally use
Okay.
using Google. That's how it works.
Okay, so Rebecca and Stuart understand this, so I want to make sure everyone understands it. What they're doing is they're publishing into the search. So they're posting advertisements and links and those keywords, those tagged keywords, just like a tag, you're tagging something, in line with the way you would look to find some data. Right, so you're selling like a buyer would buy. Okay. So you're not saying, buy my products, they're really great. You're describing them in the way that people want to consume. Okay. Now, if we were to take your area of expertise, Colin, say learning management systems. Now we know you're a seller of those solutions, but if I was a buyer looking to consume learning management solutions, what would I type into Google?
Well, there's a well-known 3 letters LMS you might type in.
Okay, assuming I wouldn't know that, I'm too ignorant to know what LMS stands for.
You might type learning online, perhaps.
Okay, learning online. And I get the BBC. Okay? Now the point about this is that's what you might type, and that isn't the result that you would expect. Okay? So when you're thinking about your area of expertise that you want to sell, that you want to promote, you've got to think of it in the context of the consumer, the buyer, not what you think is right. Because when we all describe our own products and services, we often use the words that we're comfortable with. Because we're used to those words. That's how we describe our products. That's how we describe our services. That's how we describe our expertise. But the market out there doesn't know those words, doesn't know those phrases. So they search on something else and they never find your advertisements because they're looking for something else. So Amy, you're in the fashion business for bicycles. If you were looking for fashion products for bicycles, which is not particularly easy to think about or even find,
Yeah.
what would we be typing into Google?
Cycle clothing.
And we get Evans Cycles, which I guess is a big bike shop.
What would you get if you put trendy cycle clothing?
Trendy cycle clothing. Trendy cycle clothing. We get Koga Mayata. Is that an organisation you're familiar with, Amy?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I was involved with the second thing down on the list.
Okay, press her on.
I knew it instinctively, you see.
The point is, if you think in terms of Paul, he's using trendy cycle clothing because that's his perception of your industry and your area of expertise. Just from seeing you with the bag and you talking about it briefly, right? Instantly, it's different to yours because you've never seen that first organisation. So he's already using words in a context that you don't use them in. Okay, and he could be your market, or somebody he knows could be your market. And I think this is really important because this is how MarketPlace works. Okay, Ecademy MarketPlace is looking for the key words in the headline, in the text, and in the tags. And the better thought through the headline, the text, and the tags are, the more links, as Stuart and Rebecca have said, you're going to get, and fast, within a matter of weeks, sometimes a matter of days.